Hi Libras, welcome to your weekly reading for the week of October 23rd through October 29th. Scorpio season starting the week off. So you, I feel, are ready for this death, birth, transformation that is coming with Scorpio season. Last week's reading was really about feeling the pressure, and that pressure is encouraging you to move forward, that something is not giving you what is aligned with your energy. And again, we had that Libra solar eclipse, new moon, new beginnings in your sign. Okay, Libras, this is really guiding you. So do not see the contrast in a manner of resistance trying to hold you back. It's like you're a diamond right now under pressure, okay? You are in the phase, that's what I love actually. I love that analogy. You're transforming into the diamond that you're meant to be right now. So all of this pressure, visualize it like that. Okay, that this transformation is for your greatest good and it's liberating you, lifting you up. And so this is very interesting. So reminder that you want to give appreciation for where you're at right now and what your experiences have given you, whether this is career, relationships, but I'm really getting an indication of specifically your career and your health. So really pay attention to that because you really want to have some very strong boundaries. And be very careful with how you use your words at this time, okay? The Queen of Swords, people think she's cold, but she's a very generous and benevolent queen. And that's the energy that you want to have, also ruled by Libra. And so you really want to have your decisions based on what is aligned with your truth. Allow past experiences to help inform you on what is aligned with you and what isn't aligned with you, and move in the path of your North Node. Now, if you don't know your chart, I always link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description. Your North Node is really going to guide you on if you are in a situation, whether this is relationship or career, or again, your health, if your health is affected. All of these things are trying to guide you in a direction that is for your best interest. Thank you, Tarot. So before I forget to, not only is Scorpio season starting, but we have a partial lunar eclipse with a full moon in Taurus. So also a reminder to see if any planets in your chart are ruled by Taurus, and also to see which house is ruled by Taurus in your chart, because this is really going to be illuminating in a very powerful way. Remember, Pluto just turned direct this month. And so we have a lot of powerful transformation happening. And if we are aligned with our light, if we're aligned with our North Node, these transformations are going to be extremely beneficial. But also reminder of the power of illusions that come with the moon, okay? So the best indicator is to pay attention to your dreams. Your subconscious has messages for you. So I would highly recommend this week having a notepad and a pen next to your bed. So when you do have those wild dreams and you're like, whoa, I cannot, like, what does this even mean? You can go back later in the day, and it's a wonderful thing to reflect on after the day is done and look up the symbolism of that, because there's some powerful messages in there for you, Libra. So reminder, we're transitioning from your season into the season of transformation, and we were gifted this amazing solar eclipse in your sign. Okay, astrologically speaking, this pressure is trying to lift you into the judgment era and liberate you from whatever it is in your subconscious on your shadow side that is holding you back from really shining your light exactly how you're meant to shine it. And not, again, not your shadow side trying to, what is the word I'm trying to say? Like your shadow might be speaking or acting in a certain way because it thinks it's, protecting you. But another reminder too, that you can look to your rising sign, whatever your rising sign is, see what the opposite of that sign is, and then look at the traits of that. So for me, for instance, I'm a Gemini rising, and my opposite is Sagittarius. So then I look at Sagittarius, okay, and I see all the attributes of Sagittarius. Now you can look at some of the things that are the quote, like, negative traits of Sagittarius. And one of them is blunt, brutal honesty. And yeah, so I can gather that from my shadow side, because again, like this, it's a demeanor of trying to protect you from other people's words, or shut something down so it doesn't affect your energy. And so when we can learn to empower ourselves with our shadow instead of allowing it to deflect or hurt others as a means of protecting ourselves, huge transformational shifts will happen, okay? And sometimes, you're just meant to walk away from certain situations, all right? But, life is a journey, so never beat yourself up if you stumble along the path, or like triggers pop up, because reminder, like triggers aren't going to go away necessarily. But when you can learn to think before you react when it comes to triggers, the less effect they'll have on you, the less your shadow will have power over you, okay? You face your shadow and then you embrace your shadow. And I'm getting a sense too, like you're gonna really have to juggle more than one thing to get to this, okay? So if you are feeling kind of exhausted and just not motivated, this week is really going to inspire you to move forward, okay? So really harness that forward moving energy, that transformative energy. And, if you have to work late nights, if you have to put a little bit more time into your relationships, whatever it is, if it's taking more time, see the benefits of it. Because you're really being guided to the path that is your North Node. Okay, let's see here. Also, too, going back to the shadow, I will be uploading videos soon related to astrology and your shadow. So I'll go more in depth to each sign and then the opposite of that sign and what those traits are, because I do think that's important. So please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when those videos pop up along with every reading. But yeah, something's coming to an end. And like I said, I really think collectively, a lot of us are getting a signal of how we speak to ourselves and how we speak to others, and how that's all a reflection of our shadow. And you got to love yourself before you can love anybody else, right? Like RuPaul, fabulous RuPaul. If you don't love yourself, how are you going to love anyone else? Okay. And you can say you love yourself, but not mean it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are things from your shadow that you still hold on to from the past. So take it how it resonates. And sometimes these are things too that we might not think were that big of a deal. And then when we do our shadow work, it's like, oh, wow, I guess I am still holding on to that. And then you can reflect on what symbols and personality traits we've learned from that. And like I said, I linked a shadow work journal in September readings. So please go back to that if you do have extra resources to buy that journal. It's not an affiliate thing or anything. I just linked it from Amazon, but I really recommend it. The writing prompts is almost like Mad Libs, if you remember Mad Libs, where you fill in the blanks, and you fill in the blanks from your subconscious, and you allow your shadow to come and feel safe and do the work and embrace it, okay? Because that's when we liberate ourselves. Liberation comes from facing our shadow and then finally embracing it, because liberation isn't denying parts of who you are because of how you were conditioned. Liberation is accepting those, moving forward, and allowing us all to shine our light, because the sun shines on anybody. It's not selective on who it shines to, okay? So really think about it that way, and shine your light for everyone to see, and shine it exactly how you want people to see it. And again, once you got to do that shadow work first, otherwise those shadow traits pop up. And then again, too, like, thank you, Tarot, because the most important part of this, too, when it comes to abundance is like your relationship with yourself reflects your relationship with others, which also reflects your relationship with money. Money is neutral energy, okay? And so if you have your subconscious, if you have your shadow that it still has a hold on you and you're not conscious of it, that really affects your relationship with money. And also, huge message for you, Libras. The Six of Coins is ruled by the moon in Taurus. That full moon is in Taurus. That partial lunar eclipse is in Taurus. So if you are looking to cultivate more money, again, best way to do that is with loving yourself. And that good karma comes from generosity as well, okay? And generosity isn't just giving people money. Generosity is giving people your time. Generosity is dedicating time every day to send your love to the people who need healing, to set your intentions for the world that is fair and balanced, right? And, you know, really harnessing your energy. Okay, that's the most important thing. So before the full moon, if you're looking to increase something, so for example, increase your money, I would really suggest writing those intentions on the days up to the new moon, or I'm sorry, up to the full moon in Taurus. But you're really going to be strongly affected financially. And the biggest thing, like I said, is the liberation that all of this brings you when you do the work. Yeah, there's a lot coming from your shadow, so definitely pay attention to that. But yeah, this is, I mean, for everybody collectively, this is a very, very, very powerful week. So, I mean, it starts with Scorpio season entering, release, transformation, accepting change. And part of that change too, as far as beliefs, like we can't feel like we're a victim of our situation. We have to take ownership. And that's when we need to connect. It's something from your childhood, Libras. There's something of your inner child. And go back to your monthly extended too for October, because I do the past life reading. This can also be like past life energy coming in as well. That's connected to your inner child, because that's the root of it all. But something very, very feeling emotionally kind of like left out in the cold. Feeling the victim of something. And reminder, like this can be stuff that we don't even think has that much of a hold on us, but really it does. But yeah, we really got to remind ourselves to take this approach without guilt, without shame, without fear, because astrologically speaking, we're being encouraged to just do this work and liberate ourselves. All right, so let's see. What do we have for Libras for October 23rd through October 29th, 2023? Libras. Yeah, wow. When you do that shadow work, Libras, the momentum that you get, that big change coming, is taking you right here. Ooh, the hairs on my arm are standing up right now. Wow, that is, okay, this is fascinating. Okay, no joke, at least 3 signs have gotten the 9 of Swords in last week's energy. And because, we'll get to it, but because of everything astrologically coming in, okay? And somebody else got the Knight of Wands in their next week's energy too. Can't remember what sign it is, but if you watched that, please comment so I can remember what sign got that. But last week's energy coming into this week, 9 of Swords. This is really worrying and overthinking things. And again, the illusions. So like I said, those subconscious illusions, I really believe it's connected to your shadow and feeling like you have no control over a situation because you're not allowing yourself to feel empowered. All right. And so it's just flipping it on its head. And so part of this transformation, like I said, Scorpio season, it's really this pressure. So it's, again, that pressurization. You're feeling really under pressure. And now you're just really questioning everything, okay? You can't fear the unknown, though. And so the more you can empower yourself into taking action. So like I said, it might be juggling a lot of things at once, all right? But it's taking you to where you're wanting to go, clearly, by the tarot. Because this week's energy is the 3 of Coins. And the 3 of Coins is telling you, all right, so yeah, so you're coming in with all of these worries and doubts and fears and questioning your choices. But it's pressurizing you to get to work. So this is like, honestly, the most perfect follow-up to your reading last week, is just stay focused on where you're heading, okay? Stop letting these outside influences get the best of you. The Three of Coins is urging you to just work hard and pay attention to details. Now, I know air signs. I'm a Gemini moon, rising, north node. And I understand how your thoughts can just like all over the place. Like no joke, when I was doing your shuffle and splitting the cards, it was like 5 different messages coming in my head at once. And I couldn't, so I just tuned it out because it's like, nope, like I'm not going to decipher that. So really stay focused on the work that you're doing. And the work, again, so if you have this passion project that is outside your career right now, you really want to focus on that. You really want to pay attention to that. And so when these negative thoughts are coming in your head, stay focused on where you're going, okay? And stay focused on that work. Allow it to inspire you to break free. Very, very important, because again, like that Capricorn paradigm is crumbling, okay? And with this ruled by Mars and Capricorn, it's really feeling like you're getting like riled up, if you will, okay? Because you're seeing the shadow side of the Capricorn paradigm, and it is not aligned with your beliefs, if you will. So really, again, utilize that to just, you gotta stay focused, all right? Pay attention to the details and work hard. Because next week's energy is the Knight of Wands, and this is igniting that fire inside of you. And the Knight of Wands is ruled by Scorpio and fire. So again, I really believe that Scorpio season, that pressurization you were feeling on the week leading up to Scorpio season, is just pushing you into expressing yourself exactly how you want to. Now remember, expressing yourself exactly how you want. Reminder that the Knight of Wands is like that adolescent energy where they just go forward without thinking. That's not what we want. That's when we haven't addressed our shadow. We want to align ourselves with this feeling, these experiences that make us feel alive are aligned with our mission in life. So a reminder, your North Node can give you a lot of information when it comes to that. And your Saturn, as your blocks your fear, is really connected to your shadow. So that can also illuminate some things for you as well. But we want these experiences to be part of our liberation, if you will. Okay, so let's clarify some of this. But yeah, it's going to be quick. The Knights are always, they're very fast moving too. But remember, this is coming with the transformation of Scorpio, okay? And that comes from this hard work and learning to transform this energy by doing our shadow work, okay? All right, so why is the Nine of Swords coming in from last week? Why is the Nine of Swords? Interesting. Yeah, you're really, so a reminder, these thoughts that, the doubt, the questioning our choices, and all of this negative thinking, it's the pressurization that's trying to push you to something new. And again, like the biggest message of the Ace of Coins is to get started. Overthinking isn't going to change anything. Giving your energy to a situation that is causing you to question yourself or doubt yourself isn't doing anything. Doing the work is going to do that, okay? And this is also related to your health. So if these thoughts have really been connected to your health, and again, like your health isn't where you want it to be, well, what can you do to help that? So this when we feel like we're not empowered, we're giving our power and our energy to some outside force, and that's when you're more susceptible again to these negative influences. So this can be a relationship, this can be your career, take it how it resonates. But like say your coworkers, you're getting like negative energy from them. Well, you're more susceptible to it when you say, I don't have any control over my health, I don't have any control over my career, I don't have any control. So like you got to stop that thought process and enable yourself to empower yourself, because you're meant to empower yourself. And when you empower yourself, you empower others. So let's see why the Three of Coins is here. Can we clarify the Three of Coins? Oh, before we clarify, thank you, Tarot, because and then you popped up, of course. This pressurization with this new journey, and then again, this can be a journey for better health, a journey in a new career, something related to your health and finances. But what do you think he's working on right there? All of that, like I told you, all of this pressurization is to push you where you're meant to. Like, I'm not kidding when the hairs on my arm are standing up right now. They are working on this coin. You can even see the gems, like they're placing the gems on the coin. This is really powerful, Libras. Like this, everybody's readings have been so unbelievably powerful and empowering and liberating. Yeah, so whatever it is that you need to work on, and again, I think it's health and career and relation. Like it's the whole, all three. Okay, so now let's clarify the Three of Coins. Why do we have the Three of Coins here for Libras for the week of October 23rd through October 29th? Okay, let's clear your air energy for a second here. Okay. Why do we have the Three of Coins here for Libras for the week of October 23rd through October 29th? Where did that go? Okay, I'm not kidding. I don't even know. Oh, here it is. Wow, that card like flew. Okay, so clearly an important message. All right, so the Nine of Cups is your clarifier. And you really want to focus on what you already have. Lack mindset is not going to help you right now. So focusing, and then too, you have to recognize when these thoughts pop up and not give them too much attention. It's not saying these thoughts are going to pop up, but when you give them attention, you give them power. You feed your shadow. You know what I mean? And so we have to really, when we're working on that and these thoughts pop up, we got to go look around, take a look around and see all the amazing things that you have cultivated in your life. Okay? And this is ruled by Jupiter and Pisces. And so really you really want to be in the flow and you really want to believe. All right? You have to believe that wishes come true. You have to believe in the power of attraction, like the law of attraction. And like if you're going to work on it, you're going to manifest it. It's not saying the timeline of it, but that's not what's important. It's the feeling, right? It's the feeling you get, but focusing on what you already have, all the abundance in your life, that is going to be really important this week, okay? Because like I said, that pressurization is coming into this week. But like I said, it is igniting you to really work hard on whatever this new journey is for you. So let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Can we clarify the Knight of Wands for Libras? Yeah, do not. Okay. Very important that we do not allow any feelings of like disconnect, any feelings of like we don't have what we want to affect the experiences we're seeking. Okay, because when we're feeling dissatisfied, these experiences that we're seeking might be guided by our shadow and not by our true path. Very, very, very important. So much of this too, like I said, related to emotions, but you have everything. So like I said, this is really about you completing this journey to really take you to where you're trying to go, okay? So like I said, I mean, everybody, please shadow work. Let's find an empowering question for Libras. All right, can we get a clarifying, empowering question for Libras for the week of October 23rd through October 29th, 2023? Also, too, like if there's any lingering energy when it comes to something you're trying to release on that full moon or the day like after, not the day leading up, but either on the full moon or the day after, you want to write those thoughts and then burn it, okay? If you can, safely, please. All right, empowering question for Libras the week of October 23rd through October 29th, 2023. Also, too, I'm getting, so I mean, granted, this is because I had to do something for work with this song, but it stuck in my head because of that. But the movie The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. So that is, we have to embrace that that's a part of life. That life is the good, you know, the bad and the ugly. And that's your shadow too, right? And so those things, those traits of us that we feel guilt or shame, they're a part of us, okay? Awesome. All right. This is very important for you, Libras. Your empowering question for this week is, how and how often do I give myself permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? Because a part of your shadow, Libras, is you always fill other people's cups first. You always put others first, and then you get left with your cup not filled. But how you fill your cup, okay? We're not longing for another cup. We got to focus on these cups we already have. Fill these cups, okay? Because they are abundant. Yeah. So please, how and how often do I give permission to enjoy life? How do I feel then? So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libras. If you did, please do like, comment, and share with other people that you think this reading might resonate with. Also, again, please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. And as always, check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead and any planets that you might need some clarification on. I always recommend looking at those readings as well. But again, too, if you don't have your birth chart, I always link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description. So this is liberating, all right? Focus on what you have, do the work, do your shadow work, and have a wonderful week, Libras.